Another beautiful sunrise. Look at this. Everybody's waking up, going to work, going to school, going to shop. Got a really nice vantage point from up here at the Processor Industrial Park. Really nice. But the thing that's kind of fun to think about is as we swing around and instead of looking out at roads and in the industrial park, especially the people that live here, I mean, you can hear it across the street. There's a lot of nature going on. Mostly birds, but that's quite a selection of sounds that are not city that are not sounds produced by a city. But this is in keeping the people of this city. And I think the people of this region are really going to be conscious of the fact that they are sharing this space with nature. That at least that's the way I'm thinking about it. And I'm liking the fact that starting with I would say season 5 and continuing on, I'm liking that our cities and our regions, our seasons, we're telling stories. And I think this story is going to be all about, yes, building cities, but staying mindful of nature. But yeah, look at this. Really nice. Really nice. Welcome back to more SimCity. Look, our first city. I was talking about that momentum. This city is well on the way to fulfilling what it is that I want the first city of the season and the region to do, and that's become financially stable and successful in order to fund, help other cities get off to a good start. So really, really good. I've got some decisions to make. This area here, the high rises, remember I was a little bit concerned about that, but they seem to be doing okay. I feel like it's not that intrusive. I was worried about it, but it seems like it's not that bad, and it's got me thinking. So we have upgraded this center road here, which I'm calling Main Street. So I'm kind of thinking about taking another medium density road, maybe either this one or that one, and letting those buildings upgrade. I'd like just a bit more population. We have the jobs to support it. I would like just a bit more population because one thing that I want to do is I'd like to at least be able to upgrade this a few more times. Yes, you can do city halls in different cities and gradually build up. But I really want at least one more. I think I would love to get to the point of the Department of Transportation. And we're relatively close. And the reason why is there are some things that I want to unlock that I'd like to have access to in this city. I'd love to unlock the bus terminal, and I would love to unlock trains. I'd like to unlock You know, there's just some things that I want to, and yes, we could do it in another city, but I kind of feel like I want to do it in this city, and I just need to decide. I really do think that this area, this is our downtown. I don't want these. I'm trying to decide. The thing is, if we upgrade, you know what? If we upgrade this road, we're not affecting anything but two buildings. We would affect this building, and this building, and that's it. These three buildings are already on this road. That kind of solves it. That solves it. Let's upgrade this. We can always drop it back down. We could even take, let's hold off. I may need to upgrade these roads just from a traffic. I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna take this one. And I need to make sure. See that? We had one that was not. Just want to make sure that these are okay. Yeah, I think this is a good move. We could. Nothing is going to develop here anyway. So let's just help traffic out. Nothing's going to develop here or here. Traffic moves more efficiently here. Let's go. These houses. There's nothing here. These houses, what's going to happen is they're going to complain. They're already complaining because they can't go from low to medium density. So let's just go ahead and take this road up. Yeah, we need to spend a little bit of time. Look at this. We've got a few roads. You know, this was needed. Just so you notice, we had a few small little patches like that should have been upgraded. Okay, good. Good. And this section, let's take a look and see if they were ready. So when you click on building density, so these four buildings were ready, as well as this, and these were not quite ready. So that's just going to help. And then, of course, as the city grows, we need to be able to meet that demand with services, water, power, sewage, schools. Speaking of schools, look on top of the buildings. Look at the solar panels. All right. We added buses to the shuttle depot. How are we doing? 45-minute. We need more buses. I may even need another depot Got 8. We got, because we'll get rid of it once we unlock, but let's max this out. And it doesn't cost that much. I want to get that 43-minute wait for bus. I want to get that down to 30 minutes or less. I've said it before. I do not have any documentation that states that that's where you want to. That's just from my own gameplay, my own personal preference. Okay, good. We got 2 stops there. Main Street has 3 stops. All of my schools, I'm gonna put 1 stop here. Let's do that. All schools have a stop. Let's put 1 there. And then let's see over the course of this episode and next episode, let's see what happens. I really would like to see that number, that wait time, get lower. In all reality, another community college really should be here. And how important is this road really? In the greater scheme of things, how important, as these buildings grow and all these students start going in this direction, how important is this road? It's a nice looking road, but in reality, we've got some parks here that are affecting the wealth level, but a community college has a positive effect on wealth level as well. We need to start working on. Oh, it's been going up, but I think a community college needs to. We're only going to lose 4 houses. We'll have to put we have to act fast. Let's do this. And on either side, and actually some houses are going to develop. Let's put this over. Ooh, let's put this right about there. And those 4 houses that we lost, we'll get those houses back. And not only will we get them back, we've got space now for. I want to check that land value. Let's do that. All right, community college, just like school, just like firehouse, police, clinics. See that? The community college helped, but we need We may have to use up some of this space that we would have used for some homes. Actually, we could put it right next to the community college. Well, let's just come out here and see. How about something even bigger, like that? That's good. Better. I find that this darker shade, yes, this is technically medium wealth, but I find the darker shade. Let's address. We'll lose a house there. Actually, we could do this and we won't lose anything. Let's do that. Look at that. Nothing gets affected there. There. See, that's a much stronger shade. Good. Good. It's going to be curious to see. Now, this has to hire, and it's already 3:30. So, yeah. So, tomorrow we will get an idea, and I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes our second most populated school. This is because it's got an annex. This is going to be probably number one, I would think. Taught 3 students, 155. Yeah, I think high rises here. I think I'm going to be okay with some high rises here, or additional high rises. All right, wonderful. Now let's do this. I always say this. It is such an important thing to do from time to time. I love it. No rubble, no abandoned buildings. 20-minute wait for bus. That's better. Now we had some overflowing jail cells. Ah, now remember, the reason why we could turn this off. Remember, we did this. That's 300 simoleons an hour. We did that before we started with schools. And remember how important I said education. We went from a completely full police station to an empty police station. And part of that is because we are now educating our residents. Oh, we've got. That's just changing wealth level. But that's new. Okay, good. We've got 2 clinics. We may need to. Yeah, let's. Okay, so. Okay. See, I think we've got good representation up there, but if you are in this industrial area and you are sick, you've got a long look at the sick. The graphics crack me up. She's going home. Came from a. Let's see where she came from. She came from there. But the thing that cracks me up is as they're walking, see little green. See that? In real life, if you saw somebody walking down the street and then another one. All right, so we need a good intercept point, and I think we may as well just actually just put it here. Yeah, let's. I was gonna put it out here somewhere, but let's because this is where they would be. Right. That should help with that. We just saw they're fighting a fire. You see that? They saved the fire. So that's good. We got good fire coverage. So we had a building on fire and they were able to save it. 6 p.m. No garbage is being collected because they probably finished well ahead of time. That's a pretty good amount of plastic and alloy. Let's do this. I want to see, because I put that down to kind of help out with. All right, let's see if this gets exhausted quickly. So let's go to, we're going to use local. So we're not going to import. We're not going to spend a little over 60,000 simoleons between these two. And we've got a good surplus built up. So let's see if this can support. I'm tempted to put down, in the morning, we need to try to remember to see how quickly stuff is being collected. I don't want metal, but I would like either plastic. Let's do plastic and alloy. We have 4 collection trucks. Let's do one more. Good. Good. That's not, we don't need another incinerator if that's happening. Look at that. Completely empty. Good. Government. Okay. Sewage. Good. Water. Good. Power is good. %88 approval. Our low wealth residents, they're getting a bit of a tax break. But look at that. Our monthly transactions, good. All right, good. Now we're green. A few lime greens, but we're green. Look at that. Things are ready to upgrade. We've not upgraded anything there. Good. Good tech level there. Not a very large population to really boost that tech level, but I'm fine with it. Our houses should be nice and green. Very good. Very good. We'll see you in the morning. All right, good morning. Look, another sunrise, and we've got a few more high rises. And it looks okay. Remember, over the last few episodes, I was talking about how I was concerned about the look up here, but this isn't bad. This isn't bad. I don't know if I would want any more. I would want this area and this area to stay the same, but not bad. And overnight, we crossed over 30,000 population. Nice. We've got an upgrade. Our latest community college. Over 230 students. Kind of what I was thinking. Let's see here. Aha. Yeah, they're going to this one. And we may need to put down an annex. We'll see. But we needed that community college there. Yep. And then we've got some decisions to make about this one. Well, those two students can definitely say there's a nice student to teacher ratio. They're really getting good personal education. They are learning. they're learning. All right, so we've got 4 departments left: education, safety, tourism, and transportation. And I know for sure, because we talked about it at the beginning of the episode, I want the Department of Transportation. And now we've unlocked bus terminal. We've unlocked streetcars. We've unlocked the train, ferry terminal. So we've unlocked a lot. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Speaking of, now we've got shuttle bus. 26-minute wait. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's excellent. That is excellent. Look at this. This little intersection. Well, awesome. It is. It has held up. Can we? I'm wondering if we can make. I mean, the population has gone up, and I don't know if the population is going to go up any more than it has. But are there any areas where we can relieve even more? See how steep? Let's just see. Wow. Well, that was pretty easy. All right, we might do that. Can't do that. All right, well, we've got some options. Let's first of all curve. I'm surprised. Where did we do it? We did it. I'm really surprised at this. That'll help. That may be all I need. I would love to be able to. There's just no way. I don't foresee. Yeah, I didn't think so. That's just way too steep. However, I am thrilled. I am thrilled about that. Good. Good. I really want to save this. I would be so disappointed if we had to get rid of this. Are the intersections too close? Yes, but I just don't want to get rid of that. I like it. I really enjoy that. All right, good. Very good. This is definitely Main Street.